First of all, everybody, welcome to Dude Stuff.
Here's Mike. Hey, Mike. How's it going?
That's Mikey.
You know him?
Yeah. How's it going?
I guess we're gonna go live. I guess we're live. So here you go.
Okay.
Sponsored by Lviv. Drink bottles. These keep your drinks very cold.
Mm-hmm.
This will be cold. It will have ice in it by
Cheers.
the end of
our Friday coming up tomorrow.
The end of this podcast. It'll still have ice in it, and I'll be a little tipsy by then.
Yeah. Notice his demeanor now, but after he's done, it'll be good. Not too much. Let him.
I can always get more.
Well, the both of you. I'm sorry, I haven't met you yet, though.
This is Gavin. Gavin, this is Mikey, my friend.
How you doing, my friend?
Good.
I see you made it home okay. The car's doing you well.
You're 7-8, though.
I'm glad to see you made it.
Oh, come on. Don't say that. You make me sound like a degenerate.
No, you always do. You come through.
Yeah,
that's why we're friends.
Exactly. I'll always be your friend.
So we have some questions here. Some people who have posted on the forum.
All right, so I guess we're going to go to the questions here. You know, it's funny. So, how do you de-stress after a hard day of work? I think this was one of your questions.
It was. Me, I usually just like to, spend time with nature outside, or to a nice drink. Bourbon is my choice. What's your choice?
I like wine, red wine, or a bourbon. Yeah.
Bourbon.
Yeah. That's what we're drinking now, bourbon.
Yeah, we are. No, we're not.
We're not?
It's water.
Oh, yeah, it's water. Sorry.
No, I like anything to do with like nature, just to be able to sit and like watch it and truly enjoy it, its beauty. You like gardening, right?
Oh, yeah, I do some gardening. I have a lot of plants outside, some tomatoes, some squash.
He's going to give them to me tonight.
Lemons, a lemon tree, and a orange tree, and a lot of peppers. I have some really nice peppers out there. That's actually my son and I. We eat the peppers. They're really good.
I love lemons. I put them in my water, my tea every morning. So that's cool. So what do you? The lemon tree, like?
It hasn't actually bloomed. The lemon. I mean, it's flowering right now, so it's going to take. I don't know if it'll make the lemon before it starts getting cold. So that's something I have to bring inside.
Shopping at your Whole Foods section, getting lemons from my water and all. So that's what I do. Or a nice bubble bath, to some music in my headphones.
Cool.
How does everybody else like to de-stress from a long, hard work day or week?
How about you, Dawn? What do you do to de-stress after a hard day's work?
I just like to be by myself.
By yourself?
Nobody bother me. Phone off.
Talk to me. Maybe have a drink.
What's your drink of choice?
Either wine or I like the Mike's hard lemonades.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
So what kind of wine do you like to drink?
Sangria is my favorite.
What's that, red?
Sangria.
Sangria? Oh yeah, that's good too. I like sangria. We have to have some sangria sometime.
Maybe.
When I go to Ohio, maybe. She lives in Ohio.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So, Darren, you have to go to StreamYard if you want to join the chat. So, yeah. I'm not sure if you know how to do that, Darren. Darren's trying to log in. He's in the chat room right now.
Oh, hey, Darren. You can do it.
I guess I spelled your name wrong. Sorry. So Amanda.
So, Gavin.
What's the most important thing that you've learned in your life?
Whoa.
Was this your question?
It was, I think. To accept people for who they are and not try to make them into something you want them to be.
Hey, that's my answer.
Yeah.
You stole my answer.
Nuh-uh.
Kind of. I think that's what I put.
I think too many times I try to make people into this good little angel or hold them up to my high expectation, and then I get let down because they're not. So now I'm just like, this is who you are. I need to accept it or walk away.
Yeah, that's kind of what I kind of gathered. Basically, a person is going to be who they're going to be, and you just got to let them be who they're going to be. And if they don't want to be there, you got to let them go.
Yeah, and you got to be like realistic about it. You know, you can't like make up excuses or, you know, be all fictional about it. You got to be real with it. This is who they are. If you don't like it, and if you can put up with it, that's great. Or if you can deal with it, that's great. But otherwise, they are who they are, and you should accept it. And if you don't, then walk away.
I'm going to try to bring some other people in here. They don't know how to get to StreamYard.
I took a picture of your food. Did you see that?
Oh, my food?
Yeah, apparently. Oh.
I don't know how to join this. How do we join? We're already live right there.
Oh, cool. Look at us.
Darren, you're going to just have to, because we're live, you're just going to have to go to the forum and look for the link to join, because I posted it in the forum and I posted it on StreamYard and on YouTube. So if you go there, then we can pull you in. You can chat with us, because it would be fun to chat with you.
That's how shared it is.
So you're going to need to go on there instead of on Facebook, because Facebook we just could text with you. That's it. So yeah, most important thing I've learned. I forgot what my answer was.
Because I stole it.
She stole it.
We're so much alike. Go figure. We would say the same answer.
I'm gonna try to figure out what my answer was. But I think it was basically, you just gotta let people be who they're gonna be, and if they want to be in your life, they're gonna be there. If they want to be there, they'll let you know, and
Yeah,
and
no
be
matter
in your
what,
life.
you just can't force it. No matter how much you want to believe they're a great person and they're not.
If they don't want to be there, they're not going to be.
They want to be there or not. They want to share the same feelings that you have for them. You just got to let it go and cope with it and be okay with it. You can't force it.
So yeah, don't force it.
Don't force it. So, what is something you've learned in life, Dawn? Most important thing you've learned in life?
I'd say that's probably a pretty good answer, what you guys did.
Yeah.
What about you, Mike?
Yeah, Mike.
What's the most important thing that you've learned in life in the recent years?
Trust your gut. If your gut tells you it's wrong, it's wrong. Walk away.
Walk away.
If your gut tells you it's wrong, it's wrong.
He tells me that all the time.
I'm not saying in a relationship. We're getting off of that subject. In a relationship, that's a different story. You're kind of screwed. But anyway, in life, though, on a business deal, a life deal, meeting with the first person, if you get a bad vibe, walk away. Don't.
Yeah, like I think you have those feelings for a reason, really. Like,
Yes, you do. I mean, that's it gives you a kick in the gut. That's why they say trust your gut.
And go with your feelings. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't right.
No.
Yeah.
What's that other great saying?
Waltzing a duck probably is a duck.
This food smells good. Yeah, I mean, whatever. It sounds good. It must be wrong. There's something wrong with it. Everything's got a flaw in life. Everything has a flaw.
Yeah, it's just like up to you willing to like how much of it are you going to be okay with and how much are you not going to be okay with. Everything has its yin and yang. The good side of it, the bad side, but how much does it weigh, the good or the bad?
And then what does it come back to? That's the gut. So if your gut tells you it's wrong, it's wrong.
I think a lot of times we question our gut when we think, oh, we're just being, paranoid or too overprotective or whatever. I think a lot of times we're right about that. We know ourselves well enough to know when we're right about a feeling.
No, we are right. But most of the time, yes, even though we trust our gut, we all stay in the same situation. If you want to bring it back to relationship,
Yeah,
you stay
like
in
the
the
red
situation
flags are
because
always
of
there, but we just won't
convenience or this or that or fear of leaving. And yeah, we all have things to learn. Nobody's perfect.
That's right. I agree. Yeah. I think we dismiss our fears or our feelings, make up excuses when there's bright red flags right there, and we should just go with it. What do you think?
All right.
I think so.
You ever like second guess yourself?
Second
No,
guess.
say it. Say what you want. Come on. You're
First
talking.
guess yourself?
I never second guess.
Well, that's good to know. You're confident with your decisions. Like, nope, nada.
Well, everybody should second guess themselves, my brother. Come on. I mean, that's what the discussion is about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was trying to make a joke, but I guess no one laughed with me.
Yeah, a lot of that happens. I forget to laugh. Like earlier with your sucky joke.
What joke was that?
Oh, she's gonna be here. Some girl I don't like.
Oh.
I was like, why ain't you coming then?
No, so this associate of ours,
They think she started this whole thing. I've been here since I was 14. I ain't going nowhere. Just if you're watching, by the way.
They didn't have YouTube when you were 14.
No, but I've been friends with Gavin since I was 14. He's been in my life. He's been a big role model, inspiration. And this woman just out of nowhere appears and wants to chip in with all of our little side projects we're doing. And, you know, COVID kind of stopped us. We had so much stuff going on. We had indie films. We were gonna do an indie film project. That got canceled and shut down. All this stuff we had planned got shut down because of stupid COVID. Well, this lady we asked to come on and help us out with some of it, you know, I disappeared for a little while. We both kind of did. And then I popped back on the scene to do stuff. We've been talking about do stuff for like a year. You and I doing it, right?
Right.
And then she gets all mad because I popped back on the scene and we're both being very active doing this show. And she's like, well, where did Amanda come from? She's been stuck in her boyfriend's butt and like just talking all kinds of trash about me. Gavin let her speak her mind. But truth be told, girlfriend, I've been here since I was 14. I ain't going nowhere. And we're the ones that came up with this idea. So bye, Felicia. That's all I gotta say.
Drama. I'm trying to eliminate the drama.
Oh, it's been eliminated.
Keep advertising the bottle, brother. Keep advertising the bottle.
I'm being very zen with it.
You need one of these, Mike.
The more we see it.
You need one of these, Mike.
Oh yeah, we gotta get you a bottle. This is our bottle.
I'm kidding. I'd have it in my hand, but nope, you blew that opportunity.
Oh.
We'll make sure you have one next show.
Yeah, and you know when you're working your construction and stuff, it'll stay cold all day long. You'll love
See,
it.
that's my problem. Is we're running the 7-Eleven all day long. That's a good advertisement for you. We're running the 7-Eleven all day long, buying ice cups for 25 cents a piece for the ice cup, so we can keep our drinks cold.
Awesome.
You know,
I drive like 12-hour shifts in the car, and it's still cold. I love it.
wow.
We're about to shoot a commercial for it.
Does it work on Coors Light?
What?
I said, does it work on Coors Light?
Yeah, it does. It does.
You should shoot that commercial on my barge. Amanda, you know what I'm talking about.
yeah, your boat. We need to do it on your boat.
Oh, you got a
party barge, not
You
the boat.
built it. Yeah, it has a
really?
sliding board and everything's awesome. And it like folds up so you can like pull it behind your truck. He has a great story to tell about it.
28 feet long. It's what happened? I lost you.
I still see you.
Yeah, I still see you. You're just a little frozen.
No, something happened with my phone. No, it's 38 feet long and it folds up. It's 24 feet wide when it folds down. It all folds up. It's got a bar, a top deck, a sliding board, a Russian platform swing.
Yeah, it like took you like a year to build it.
Yeah, about a year. I mean, off and on it 2 times.
And they kept trying to get you in trouble for it. Remember?
Yeah, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
All right,
the cops didn't know what to classify it as. Actually, one time the cops told me that they were going to classify it as an unidentifiable floating object. So I said, if you make me go get a permit for a UFO, I wanted to say UFO on top of the permit, and I'll hang it on my bar.
And now who hangs out on it, though?
Well, now, I mean, it's docked now. Summer's over in New York.
I thought you said somebody like wanted the
No,
judges.
no, a company wants to buy it right now. A company called shit. If I can plug them, people are watching. A company called the Great Sagandaga Brew Company wants to buy it off me. I got to meet them next week and see what they offer.
Well, send your investors over here.
I'm sorry, I look like crap, man. You guys got me into my fucking bed. I'm sleeping.
Yeah, you totally look bad with your messed up hair and everything. You look fine.
So what's your go-to beverage, everybody? What's your go-to alcoholic beverage?
I know his.
Fireball.
Fireball. Dawn, what is yours?
Come on, Dawn. Get in the conversation, Dawn.
She said
She likes sangria, right?
Yeah.
Sangria, yeah.
What are you drinking there, Dawn? A beer?
Mike's hard lemonade.
Oh, Mike's hard
Strawberry
lemonade.
Yeah,
Ooh,
the strawberry lemonade one.
I do have a Coors Light, but I've been trying to hide it. I didn't want to advertise.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, so let's go to the next question. So would you delete your social media for a relationship?
Yep.
Yeah?
Here it
Already
is.
Me and Dawn say no.
No, I believe no. I think like people cause problems, not social media.
Yes.
If you don't know how to if you don't know how to cope with social media and have it in your life, then you don't know how to cope with life, and you're gonna just let all that interfere in your relationship, and then that really boils down to you. You're the one with the problem.
Okay, but social media as well, though. If I ain't talked to you in 20 years, what the fuck makes you think I want to?
You are in control of your life. You're in control of your decisions. So if somebody comes at you left field on social media, you can,
No, you're right. You're right. Don't respond. But it's very easy to say for
Felicia.
a beautiful woman to say don't respond to an ugly man that a beautiful woman responds. It's hard not to say no.
I don't care if they're showing
Well, I mean,
you
or not say
movie
hi.
shots. Delete is what you can do, and then it's not a problem. But if you engage in it, then that's the problem. That's where the problem begins, with you.
Okay, so for me, I think that you should be able to trust the person you're with, and and they should police themselves.
Yes.
That's kind of
You're right.
If you're in a truly healthy relationship, you should be able to trust the person you're with, and you shouldn't have to delete a social media account.
Right.
Exactly.
That's how I feel.
That's what I feel like too. Yeah. And the people saying, "Oh, it starts problems and drama." No, that drama started with you a long time ago without social media.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I don't think that I've ever had anybody. I don't think that's ever been an issue for me. No one's ever asked me to say, "Oh, I want you to delete your social media."
And I would look at that as warning flags if they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they got to go.
All right, next question.
But no, don't get me wrong. I know people that have a lot of drama, and they probably get themselves in a lot of trouble
because they don't know how to behave.
Yeah, but again, I think that you should. You're not.
You're going to have problems elsewhere. Social media has nothing to do with it.
Right.
It'll be some other problem somewhere else. Exactly. Thank you.
I'm gonna take a break and get a shot after that.
Get a shot.
Do a shot now. I wish I was there doing one with you.
If I had a shot,
I'm gonna get one. Do we have any?
Do some fireball.
We'll bring it back.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna go to the next question. What's the most difficult part of dating? Go ahead, Dawn. Let us know what the difficult part of dating is.
She's already sweating over there. Like, I need a break from this question. Hold up.
Yeah.
Do you want to add some comments to that?
Just men right nowadays are just disgusting.
Men in this decade have gone to shit, and I am not ashamed to say that.
I think the difficult part of dating, I don't see it as being difficult. Well, okay, let me. I don't know if this answers the question, but I think that I think people now have unrealistic expectations. I think they. I think that I think they deserve something that they don't deserve, and I think that's kind of it. And that's kind of vague, right?
Yeah, that is.
Is
That
it?
is
Like,
vague.
Well, okay, so
Details?
okay, so I think like somebody who's they think they deserve, you know, a certain standard of person, yet they're not. They're
You're
not
not
that
even
standard.
that. They're not even
Yeah,
at that height.
yeah. But they want something that even they're not deserving of it.
Yeah.
And I guess, well, in one sense, that everybody's obviously deserving of somebody that can care for them and all that kind of thing. But I think that they might have issues on their own they need to resolve. They might be jealous, and yet they want somebody to not be jealous. Yet they're jealous to the point where it's smothering the other person, so that they can't do something. They can't be the creative? They might be creative in a way, and but because the other person is so jealous, they can't do anything. They feel like they can't be their normal person.
Own individual person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the hardest part, is to have somebody that'll allow you to be yourself, allow you to be free, and do the things that you enjoy as a person, and then trust in that, that you guys can coexist, and trust that there's nothing going on that they need to be concerned about, because their jealousy just smothers everything, so that that person can't enjoy the relationship. To me, that's uh, my most difficult part, is having somebody that will allow you to be yourself, allow you to express yourself, to be so that you can become the fullest part of yourself, so that you can share that with that person. Does that make sense, or did I
Yeah.
just confuse everybody?
I think you're right, and I think a lot of the problem is everybody's bringing their baggage into a new relationship, especially when you're trying to date when you're older. You know, people have
Yes.
kids and other family previously before you, and you know they're bringing all that into the new relationship, and they're just already sabotaging it. It's not even given a chance to get off the ground. So that is a major part, especially dating in your 30s. So,
Or being older than that.
yeah. Yeah, it's hard. It is hard. And then, of course, you're trying to give yourself in so many different directions to your job, your family, your kids, your hobbies, and then to yourself for your own independent time. And your partner gets jealous in that. And of course, that creates more problems. So it's very hard right now to date people who are understanding and just go with the flow. You know, I would love, in a perfect world, a perfect relationship, I would love a spouse that is understanding about how I'm feeling and sympathizes with that, tries to make it better and take the load off me. One that also lets me be free as an individual and not just, you know, only interested in me when I'm interested in things he's interested in. You know, let's share some of my interests. Let's do some of my things, you know. And you know, I'll take some of the load off you if you take some of the load off me. Like it needs to be 50-50, and in relationships these days it's not. We think we deserve so much and we need to be catered to and pampered, and that's what we deserve. We deserve 50-50. We all deserve 50-50. The other person deserves 50-50.
I heard something one time like it shouldn't even be 50-50. It should be 100 and 100.
There you go.
Given
I
your
agree.
best
100%. If you give 100%, then, you know, if you're only giving 50%, then you're not giving all of yourself.
Well, yeah,
So
I meant like, you know, the dedication to it, you know, meet me halfway kind of thing, you know, like it's not all on me to make it a great relationship and make everything perfect. You have to put some into it too, you know?
I think you should just do everything that you think that you should do. And to be fair, I'm guilty of this. In the past, I've withheld and not giving 100% because I was waiting for the other person to respond. So yeah, I was guilty of that. But I do realize that that's not something good. You just give it 100% every time, and you know, and then let the cards fall where they may. So that's how I am now.
That's
100%.
100%, no 50-50. Okay.
Too, it's just people wanting different things, or someone will tell you they want one thing, but they really don't.
Oh yeah.
They'll say that because that's what you're saying you want, so they'll say that's what they want too.
Well, my opinion.
What's your opinion, Mike?
I hear you.
My opinion is that you got to talk to people. I mean, if you agree with somebody 100% of the time, you're fake. Everybody's gonna have a disagreement. You know what I mean? But talk about it, work through it. If you gotta walk away, walk away. You know what I mean? But nobody's gonna get along 100% of the time. Everybody has faults. Everybody, like a woman, should let a man do what he likes to do on his own, as she should. Get to do whatever she likes to do on her own, but then have their things together.
Exactly.
No cheating.
No, I mean that's okay. You know what I mean? Say that. Come back in 20 years. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You can't blame a man for cheating. A man, yes. Men are men. All men are pigs, and all men will cheat. And Dawn, I'll tell you that for a fact. All men are pigs, and all men will cheat. Even the best of them. Even the best of them. Didn't mean they meant to do it. It didn't mean they meant to do it. They did it. Yes, they're sorry. But they still love you. Okay, I mean, disagree. Agree to disagree. You know, but you want the truth. I mean, what am I going to do?
You should leave a relationship before you cheat. But I can understand, everything is different.
But yeah, now one person can put their hand up and say, I've never cheated in my life.
Right.
Never cheated. Never cheated. And then God bless you. How old are you?
Never cheat.
I don't think I have.
I don't think you have either.
I don't think I have. I don't know.
No.
But I can't say.
Yeah.
What?
You don't know. Come on now.
Whatever, though. Okay, let's go to the next question. This is a bad one. You know what I mean? Everyone's going to get made a monkey.
No, I want this response from Gavin. How do you not know?
Okay. She thinks, I guess she's.
I'm sorry, guys. See?
I can't help it.
No. Well, hold on a second. So, I guess it depends on.
You in trouble?
No. Okay. You have to be. Be a committed.
Every man has cheated. Every man will cheat, and every man has. I mean, do you guys want honesty, or do you want just what wants to be said?
Hold on.
We want honesty.
No, we got to get some clarification. So.
Sorry, I'm just being honest.
I'm listening, but nothing's coming out, Gavin.
I know. Yeah, you're saying listen, but you're saying nothing.
So you saying I should say yes?
I don't understand. What do you mean yes? Yes, correct.
That's what I'm asking you.
Hold on a second. What? Is that a yes? Well, because, I mean, I think there's a difference between dating and I guess I don't know how to answer that. I guess
just move on to the next question, so Dawn doesn't punch monkey into virtual reality.
He plays the fifth.
I play the fifth, I guess.
That
sounds like a pretty
good one. I said he lied. I'm sorry, Amanda.
You're fine. This is the open room to say whatever honestly.
Well, I mean, I thought that's what we were doing, was talking. If not, I mean,
no, I guess. Are you saying that I cheated on you?
No, I'm not saying that you cheated on me. We never had a relationship.
Exactly.
Oh, you two are a couple. I didn't know that.
I guess that's what
sorry, buddy.
Then I'll say.
This is like many years ago.
I'm sorry. You should block me.
So then, if that's the case, then no, I've never cheated on anybody.
No, so if we were in a relationship, you cheated on me then?
If you
I'm sorry, bro. Oh shit. Move on to the next question. Next question.
Well, I just want to answer this. Truthfully, if we both agree that we weren't in a
Oh, God, I did not start a drama.
A relationship.
I'm
You
just
know, like
scared
that.
Great at that.
because I can.
If we weren't in a
Come on,
relationship
let's just
like
go to the next
that,
question. Keep the thing moving. Other people are watching.
Question.
next question. What's the next question?
Would you? What is the most difficult part? Okay, what qualities would you raise a person? Rage?
Okay. Yeah, let me do the question.
Okay, you do it.
So, what qualities would raise a person's 1 to 10 level of attraction in your view? Meaning, on a scale of 1 to 10, if they were a 5, what quality would raise them to a 6 or a 7?
Big boobs.
If any.
Hold the conversation.
Did you hear that, Mike?
Boobs that can hold a drink. That's what a man's gonna say. I'm sorry.
Did you hear that, Mike?
I said hold the conversation.
Oh, hold the conversation.
You'd be able to talk about something without.
Oh, that was your answer. Oh.
No, to the question. I thought that's what we were doing, answering questions here.
Yeah, but I thought you were saying like hold.
No, you said what quality would raise a status. I said hold the conversation.
That's true.
That's
actually true.
Hold a conversation.
If a woman can hold a conversation, then that's very attractive.
Or a man. Come on, let's not be sexist.
Okay, or a man.
I got a big mouth, so I know I can hold a conversation.
Well, you all fucking know I got the gift of gab. I can talk to anybody.
Him and I can go all night, you know?
There you go.
I should be a New Yorker.
So he's instantly elevated to the next level. I agree with that. That's true.
Him and I be fighting sometimes when we're talking. I'm like, will you let me talk, damn it?
So what would you say?
I would say compassion. I love to see like a person who's active in the community, giving or helping out with charities or children foundations. Compassion. Patience and compassion. What's that?
Did you
Hey, what's up?
Did you hear the question?
No, I just
Mr. Christoph?
Yeah, I didn't hear it. What's happening?
So the question is, what quality would raise a person on a scale of 1 to 10? If they were a 5, what other quality would raise them from a 5 to the next level? What quality would they have to have?
I think sense of humor raises a lot. You know, you could be kind of broke down, but if you're funny, people enjoy being around you. I mean, Jim Carrey, he's not really attractive, but he's super funny. People like
That's true.
I think that's annoying, but okay. Funny, you're right. People like funny people.
Yeah.
I always said I was going to marry a comedian.
You did.
I did. You're so funny.
I would say also too a sense of style, right? Because there's people who really aren't attractive, or maybe their body isn't the greatest, but they put a lot of effort into how they dress and how they make themselves up, and that raises the value.
Yeah, like I've seen a bigger woman, but she's had her hair done or her nails done. You can tell she cares about herself. And when she cares about herself, usually that means she cares about everything else around her. You know, she's putting effort into everything.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. I think that could be counterproductive too, in my view. If a woman is like gaudy, I don't really like that. It's kind of a turn off.
Yeah, like gold earrings and long.
Yeah, I don't mean over the top. I just
mean long nails.
We ain't got my nails done, boy. I ain't had a long time. I'm working. I ain't got time to sit in there.
But just nice, and you know when you can tell that, like she said, they took and they cared about what they're doing. It's not about being over the top. Not the compensation, you know, where somebody can dress so much and they trying to compensate. Not like that. I mean, just put it together. Nice.
I get it. Yeah,
they look nice.
If they have a good sense of style, and you know, and they're always nice and presentable, that's a good quality.
I love very well spoken men, like full sentences and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. The nerdier you are, the sexier you are. I love it.
What do you think, Don? What will elevate somebody from a 5 to a 6 or a 7?
I don't know. Just their personality, I guess.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
agree.
like if you're nice and sweet and kind to folks, that goes a long way as well.
Yeah.
Because you want to, it's the things that you want to be around. Yeah, you want to be around somebody funny, somebody who's going to be nice and kind and gentle, maybe generous. They have to be wealthy, but as long as they're free to give what they have, that's also a good quality.
Yeah, not so much on the wealthy part. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and people who understand children. I have an autistic child, so I have a lot of patience. That was my firstborn. It taught me a lot about myself raising him. So if you're good with kids, you're in. I love people who understand children and can get on their level and reach them.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I don't really know. What?
You don't know?
I don't really know.
You don't know.
I'll know when I see it, but I don't know if I can't think of anything.
What made you attracted to your first wife?
I mean, you know, she had motherly qualities. I like that, I guess.
Okay.
She's a good mother, so.
That was it? What about for, like, I mean, I know that's what you want for your future babies, but what about, like, you know, go to distant and stuff? Cause they're gonna raise up and grow up and leave a nest, so you gotta have something else there.
Okay, so the person that we talked about earlier today, that we're not gonna say
names.
Crush.
Name. Yeah.
She will be Mallory.
Yeah. So Mallory, yeah. I liked her smile. I liked the way that she her knowledge of technical things. I guess that was kind of attractive.
Yeah, you're a very tech savvy person.
Yeah. Somebody that can talk technical
and like figure stuff out with you.
Yeah, I like that.
Like
so
a team.
Yeah, so that to me, that I guess that was one thing. Yeah.
Jackie was tech savvy, wasn't she?
She's kind of smart. Yeah, she's smart.
She'll bleep that out.
Yeah. Sometimes she doesn't try hard enough that I know she's capable of, but yeah, she's technical. Yeah.
Okay.
She can figure stuff out if she wants to. She tries. Yeah. So, Mike, you want to chime in here? Nod your head if you want us to bring you in.
What a question.
The question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, if somebody was a 5, what quality would raise them? Did you?
I already answered that one.
Yeah, communication.
Communication.
Yeah, conversation. Yeah.
Hold a conversation.
Hold a conversation.
All our time on that. You guys got way off the subject.
Well, we went around the room. Did you chime in there, Don? You want to add something?
No, I mean, like I said, just hold the conversation. If you can look me in the eyes and talk to me, I'll talk to you. But if you can't look me in the eyes,
that's another thing too.
You know,
when a girl looks you in the eye, that's kind of good too. I like that too.
Yeah, if you can look me in the eyes, you know what I mean. You're telling the truth. But if you're looking down,
I can meet the most attractive person or whatever, but if I can hold a conversation with them and then it lasts on to the next day and the next day, yeah, I think that's really important.
Well, should be able to talk to somebody. If you're going to be in a relationship, you got to be able to talk.
Yeah,
it's like
once
that
you lose that, it all goes away,
right?
And it's all done. And now she's talking to somebody else. Okay, go ahead. See, next question.
That's great for like the first month or two, and then after 6 months, you're like, you talk too
much. I did it for 20 fucking years.
Yeah.
You did it for 20 years.
20 years.
That's why I said the other qualities like compassion. Like I'm a giver, and I'm a very understanding person of other people. So I want to see them giving. That's what we're supposed to be here on earth. We're supposed to help other people. We're supposed to be givers. So if I see they're self-centered and selfish and all about themselves, that's like an instant turn off. I don't want no more to do with you. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I think you were telling me for the last 3 guys you dated, you said that they were all those things. So I think that must be a turn on in some way.
No, because women like things that are bad for them.
A lot of people will act that they're way in the beginning, like I said, and then that mask falls off and gets too high. So I like a person who's just real right from the get-go. Like if a person could always be like you, like I don't give, this is who I am, I would date that person. But I haven't come in contact with that person. Everybody wants to put on some front, like there's some like person out of a storytale book, and that scares me now. I run the opposite direction now.
I guarantee you'll never meet nobody within the next 10 years that doesn't give themselves up as a stereo book type. Joe as a hero or as a this when you first meet them.
That's all
So
great.
always know
It
that
ain't
first
real
impression
though.
is
It's not
always
real.
something, but it's every man. If you're a single person over the age of 30, say.
Well, I'm not no
every person's
rookie.
gonna give a feeling soon.
When they act like that, I know now.
I'm sorry, just giving
Yeah.
my input.
I mean, you want them to like your shoes before they smell your feet. You know, you got to like the shoes first before you smell the feet, right? You got to go through that process.
Exactly.
Because it looks
Well,
good, but then
nobody
later
likes
it's
my
the
shoes.
bad
I wear
stink.
work
You know,
boots.
it's like, yeah, you don't start with that. You don't say, "Here's some on my foot first, now let me show you my shoes."
That's a funny way to put it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right, so
What's
let's
your
go to
next topic, Gavin?
the next
There we
topic.
go.
Have you ever ate something from a grocery store before paying for it?
Of course.
I drank something before I paid for it.
Really?
Come on, nobody's ever ate a strawberry or a grape.
One of those like natural juices, just to see if I would like it or not.
You drink that in the store?
I did. I mean, I ended up paying for it later on because it was good. It was called Naked something. I forgot. It was a juice, and I was like, "Well, they didn't put this out there like it's all great and everything, and the high price. I'm gonna taste it first." And I was going to buy it, and I did. But yeah, I tasted it first. I think you should have a sample of new products on the shelf, like in Costco. They had little samplers. I think every store should be equal opportunity.
I mean, I'll eat a grape here and there just to make sure it's sweet. And you know, 9 times out of 10.
Everybody's put their grubby hands on it. That don't freak you out.
No, I don't. I'm not. I'm
He's
not
a germaphobe. I
You
know
put it in your cart, you eat one. I'm not saying grab a grape and walk away. No, put it in your package and eat the grape. You got them on the way.
Yeah, I'll eat a grape. I think the grape is where I draw the line. Though I don't think I do.
I mean,
more
is
than
that stealing though? Isn't that stealing?
Well,
Because it's by the pound, and you just make the weight
Yes,
less.
it is, because you're stealing the weight of the grape. You are. The grapes
Yeah.
that you eat on the way in.
No,
You
you're
are.
right.
It's stealing.
I'd say 90% of the time I'll buy it though. The only time I won't buy it is if it was sour. Like if I took it and it was like really not, then I wouldn't buy it. But 90% of the time, if I ate it, then I'm gonna buy it. You know. So.
Do you know that they're coming out with shopping carts?
You gotta buy it now. You
What?
just ate it.
What'd
No,
you
they're
say,
coming
Mike?
out with shopping carts. Excuse me, but they're coming out with shopping carts right now that they're going to put in grocery stores that have a scale in them. So once you scan the product, it's going to scan it. You put it in, it'll weigh it. It'll take care of everything, and you walk out the door and slide your card and watch.
Oh, that's
in the next
cool.
3 years, they're going to have that when you walk
Table time.
through the grocery cart. It's going to scan everything as you
I
put it in the
vote
cart.
yes for that. I say yes for that.
No. And they already videotape everything. But no, they're not going to tackle you on the way out the door because you ate 5 grapes. You know what I mean? What are they going to do?
Right.
Yeah, I say taste the product before you
All right.
buy it.
Anybody else have anything they want to share? Or are we gonna go to the next topic?
Yeah. Is this the next topic?
All right. The next topic. Okay. So according to this website called Visually, men have 1 hour to leave a positive impression on a woman. Well, you have 15 minutes to leave an impression, but then she might still put you in a consideration range for an hour. If you can't advance beyond that, then she'll never consider you as anything more than a friend.
Women
According to
take
Visually.
time.
Okay. So my question is, how long did it take the last person that you were interested in to leave an impression on you? Did you like that person right away? Did it take a day or two? Did it take 15 minutes? Did you know right away? What's your answer to that?
I think the first 15 minutes gives you an impression, but I don't think it gives you everything.
Yeah.
Like, it tells me whether or not I'm going to stay intrigued or not.
So Don, the last guy that you dated, I remember that you kind of like met this guy and then you were in a relationship. Did you know after an hour, did you know that you would be dating him or did it take a while?
Took a while.
Took a while?
I'm
Okay.
picky.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's kind of an instant reaction. If you got the hots with somebody or whatever, if you're attracted to somebody, as soon as you see them, I think you know it right away.
Well, here,
Whether or
it's
not
not
you're dating them or not,
about
so I'm not going to
attraction.
go that way. But I just think that once you see somebody or hear them speak or something about them, it automatically attracts them.
I agree. But I agree. But I do want to add that you might see somebody and they're all these things, and then you're attracted and all that. But they could also do something, and then in 15 minutes you're gonna be like, oh no, I'm no longer interested.
Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? What happens? Next thing you know, she turns around and you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? That's something really crazy. Yeah, you know what I mean? Wow, wait a minute. But I think attraction is attraction. You turn around in the room and you catch something in your eye. I think that's attraction. Well,
I think looks initially draw you in to the person.
So you meet this person, you're attracted, 15 minutes, then within an hour. So after an hour of interacting with this person, is there anything, and you decide, no, I don't really like this person, or do you think it could change from then? I guess that's my question.
I think, of course.
Oh yeah, I definitely think it could change.
Of course.
I don't go off the first hour.
You get to know.
But could it change? Could it change both positive and negative?
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Oh yeah. Either way. I mean,
okay.
You never know, because somebody might be put on a front, so you got to give that more time. You can't just give it an hour.
I think you have to take into effect too that like they're nervous and it may not be.
I mean, yeah, I did the robot dance when I met my boyfriend, okay? I was so nervous. Yes.
I'd be more nervous doing that. I'd be embarrassed.
I say stupid things when I'm nervous, and I do stupid things when I'm nervous. So he asked me what Mandybot meant, remember? And I'm like, it means I'm a music robot.
Okay.
And then I walked away because I didn't know what else to do. I felt like, oh, God, ground, just swallow me. I'm so embarrassed right now. I just did the robot in front of him. So, thank God Gavin was there to take over.
I was there?
You were there the first time I met him.
Okay, maybe so. Maybe so.
You've been doing drugs like the last how many years?
What?
Have you been doing drugs?
No. So I guess I forgot that. Yeah, I was there when she met her boyfriend. He's a musician.
He approves.
And yeah, I mean, I like the guy. I think he's fine. He's good for her. You know, she needed somebody to get her out of that little rut she was in. But yeah.
Yeah, the first time I met him, I said some stupid stuff and did some stupid stuff, and I walked away, and Gavin swiftly took over because that's how we are. we're like that. We're buddies.
All right, so we're going to go to the next question. So it doesn't look like anybody else is commenting on that anymore. All right, so here's the question, everybody. Drum roll. Would you date somebody that did not have a job? I'm curious to know how women feel about that.
No, I think that means they're lazy. Unless they're like at home taking care of children or something, you know, full time, while their sister's at work, the mother or something. I think that it just looks lazy to me on their part.
Like, why do you not have a job?
Right? Like, you don't have bills. We all have bills.
Right.
Unless you're suffering from like an illness or something, you know, your disability or whatever, you should have a job. You should have something, a hobby, a job, something.
So hold on a second. So Nat, if you want to join in, you have to go through StreamYard. If you're on Facebook, everything's going to be delayed, and you're not going to be able to join other than chat. So I can put your little chat things in there, but your audio, and I can't bring you on. So you got to join through the link that I sent you, right? Sending it now. Right there. It's a link. It'll say StreamYard and then a bunch of numbers. All right, so let's bring Mike in here.
Oh, yeah. Why you got to bring me in? You need a comment?
I was waiting for a comment. I'm sure you had a comment.
Just thinking.
So
yes, of course you would date a woman. I mean, but I don't think a woman would date a man without a job.
Exactly.
But I think a man would date a woman without a job. And
right.
Which is sexist, I know, but it's a reality.
A woman won't date a man without a job.
Well, I think the stupid one.
Well, I
ones
think
will.
all women have like a little.
I was gonna say, yeah, maybe stupid.
Old fashioned, you know. Like a
lot of women do, but a lot of women do though. Date men without jobs, and it's like, what are you doing? Why would you pick a guy that's broke?
Nobody.
Because he's got a great line of shit.
I don't want no scrub.
I think that's up until a certain age. I think a young girl might.
Okay, I agree.
But,
I agree.
Okay, so a 40-year-old woman with a 40-year-old woman,
never.
Right? She would never date a guy without a job.
No, she'd be like, you're a scrub, hanging out your best friend's ride, right?
Yeah, that's my song.
Right. Right.
How many we fell victim to that did that?
So, but a man will. A man will date.
Now let's get the woman's view on it. Would you date a man without a job?
No, absolutely not. No. Why are you looking at me like I'm mad for that?
Do it though.
I think women have a lot of responsibilities, a lot of children to raise. You know, they're raising children. No, they don't have a job, and they're just like, "Oh, I'm a princess. I think I should be taken care of." No, yeah, girlfriend, you need a job.
A real man wants a woman he can take care of. You know what I mean? Rather than a woman. I mean, but yeah, no, not really. No, I'm sorry.
No, I think you better back that up a little bit for you in trouble.
All right, life is life. Okay.
I think a real man should like an independent woman who does make her own money and stuff like that. Yeah. But a man that doesn't work, to me, every man should be. Everybody should be working to earn their own income. Like that's just there's
no reason to have a job.
Unless there's like a real reason.
Got a help wanted sign in the window.
Yeah, like unless you're like
sick or have a job.
Yeah.
Unless, like you said earlier, though, special circumstances, gotta take care of your kids. You got this. Sometimes, I mean, that's the fucked up thing about America too, is that childcare is so expensive. One parent has to stay home. Nobody can afford to go to work and pay child.
I mean, childcare is like $500 a week. You know, I mean, I've had to do it all. I've had to work 2 jobs and try to make time to take care of my children on top of paying for childcare. I mean, it's crazy, but I've done it. So there's no excuse for a man not working. You know.
Well, that's why it takes 2 people to raise a family.
It does. It really, truly does.
And one makes the money.
When one is lacking, it's all gonna lack. It's like dominoes. It's gonna fall all over. You know, all of it.
So family values are important.
It is very important to me. It should be to everyone. Everything gets smoother and everyone gets what they need in the family. The children get the good upbringing. They get the attention, they get the financial support.
It takes 2 people. Actually, they say it takes a neighborhood to raise a child.
It's expensive.
And that's what America's missing right now is a neighborhood to raise a child. You don't know your neighbor's name. You know what I mean? Nobody knows. Knock on your neighbor's door and borrow a cup of sugar. You shouldn't even have to knock. You should be able to walk into your next door neighbor's house.
Hold on
am I right or wrong? That's the way it was back in the day when I grew up.
Hold on a second. You know? Hey, Nat.
My house.
Yeah, nah, they're not walking to my house.
Hey, Nat.
Okay, you know exactly though, because you don't trust your neighbor.
I got a call when she come over.
No, but you don't trust your neighbor though. But that's why there is no neighborhood in America anymore. There's not a thing as neighbors.
People have taken advantage of that, you know, and they've ruined it for the good people. There's gonna be a bad apple everywhere. But I think
there's more good apples than everybody realizes. It's just that nobody trusts each other.
A man should have a job. A woman should have a job. If there's a reason for that, then then that's okay and acceptable. But other than that, they should have a job.
I mean, okay. So, I mean, I don't care if a girl had a job, but now she would have to have a reason to not have a job now. In the past, I didn't care, but now, if you're not just going to not have a job, if you had a kid, if you're taking care of your kid, that's fine.
But then again, we are exactly though. You're right, because we are talking about initial meet. Like if you're going to date a girl that does that, you're not going to walk into that situation. But that situation arises over time.
I mean, I don't care. To be honest with you, I don't care if she didn't have a job. If there was a reason for that, but if she just didn't have a job and she didn't have, it's just her.
Like we know somebody who just thinks like princess and should get taken care of. That's not okay. Like you're capable of working, girlfriend. You don't even got kids. You need to work.
Yeah. Well, she probably should need to be working. But yeah, I would. if a girl had a child, and then I don't care if she works or not. But if it was my child, she don't have to work. But if it was somebody else's child,
Yeah, like I do like
Good
yes,
point.
with me, I wish I could give all my undivided attention to my children and raising them, because our children are the future. They need all that attention, that support, that one-on-one. So it's really hard with me being a single parent, dividing all that up. I feel like I'm always cutting them short because I have to work, I have to pay bills. But if I had my choice, yeah, I would definitely stay home with them and not work. And it's not because I'm lazy or I don't want to work. It's because I really feel like children need all of that attention from you.
But don't say that's not work though, Amanda. Don't cut yourself short. All women in America.
You're right.
If
It
you
is
have a
work.
man
It
that
is
has
work
a
without a
job and
break,
takes care of it,
actually.
taking care of the home is work. It's work. I mean, that's a 70-hour-a-week job. You know what I mean? Taking care of the kids in the house.
Yeah,
It's work.
it is. You're right. That's true. That is work.
Yeah, but that doesn't pay your bills to stay home and take care of your kids, though.
No, but that's the problem with America is because of never mind. Forget it. Let's go. We're getting off the subject.
All right, so where are we at here? Okay, so do you believe in the 80-20 rule? Do we know what the 80-20 rule is? Everybody?
No.
So the
I think
80-20
we just
rule.
had that conversation.
No, not really. Not
50-50.
really.
100.
Oh. So the 80-20 rule in this instance is that 80% of women are after the top 20% of men.
Oh.
Do we agree to that? I agree to that.
Okay.
That's probably
I'd
a
say
fair.
So
Probably a fair-
in other words, you see these guys that are, say the guy's got plenty of money, he's got a good job, he's an executive, he's handsome, he has all these things. All these women, no matter how low on the scale they are, they're going to be after that guy instead of the top 20%, instead of anything below that.
It's hard to answer though, because the lower scale girls might not have access to that man.
They don't, even if they don't have access to that.
No, but that's what they want.
Right.
Everybody wants the top of the line.
Right.
Man, I want an old lady. You know what I mean? That's got a lot of money.
You want to be a sugar boy. A sugar baby.
So, yeah.
I'll be the pool boy. I don't care.
Oh, God.
So no one wants to respond to that?
I think that's 100% accurate. I think both the girls do too.
So what do you think?
That's sad. Yeah, I think that's
What about you, Don?
I think that's probably true.
Okay, so no one disputes that. Everybody wants the top 20%. They don't want the scrubs.
Yes.
So there you go. All right. So does branch swinging exist?
What is that?
Branch swinging. Branch swinging is when a woman will. It could. I guess it could be a man too.
Oh, I see.
Why?
Can you hold on?
Why is it just got to be a woman?
No, I corrected myself. It could be a man.
You got beat up.
It could be a man where you hold on to the relationship that you have, no matter how bad it is, until you find somebody else, and then you leave. But you don't leave. You don't ever leave to be by yourself and discover, work on yourself.
No.
You just jump from person to person, thinking the next one's gonna be better, even if maybe the problem is you.
Yeah.
If I swing off my branch, I'm hitting the ground and running as far away from that fucking tree as I can.
So
you're the bad apple.
So they have to have that person there.
You'll find me swinging on a palm tree. Excuse me for a second, guys. I'm going to get out of this for 1 minute.
Okay. So branch swinging, does it exist, Amanda?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I know somebody that does.
Yeah, I know.
Why are you talking to me? No, I don't do that.
Branch?
I dated myself for a
Have
while.
you ever been by yourself?
Yeah, I was with myself for a while. I was making myself steak dinners, listening to music. I was actually giving you that advice to be by yourself for a while.
No, I think it was valuable. I think it was very therapeutic for me to be by myself.
It was for me too.
Because here's what happens when you're by yourself. When you're by yourself after a relationship, you get to focus on all those things that you get to see the problems in that relationship that you had, and not only that, you get to reset. You get to reset. You get to become. You get to go back to. All right. What I'm trying to say is, like, if you hang out with somebody, then a part of you will become more like that other person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just become more like that other person and less like yourself. And when you're by yourself, you get to see who you are, and you get to do the things that you want to do. You get to fully express yourself
without any worries of somebody nagging you or getting mad at you, or needing your time and attention.
Yeah. So you get to know yourself again. And I think that was, in my case, it was very therapeutic to know yourself.
I gave him that advice.
That reset, to me, the reset was good.
That's what friends are for.
It was good to reset, yeah. But so according to this article that I got this from, I didn't, in my notes, I didn't put where I got this from, but supposedly women are known to be branch swingers, and they just go from one relationship to another. It's like they can't be alone
or something.
And they can't be alone.
I've known more men to do it than I have women. But,
really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the article I read was saying that it's common in women.
It's like women get like nervous or scared to be alone, and I think that's the most empowering thing. It's fun.
I think, like I said, for me, it allowed me to see. Allow me to filter out what I didn't
reevaluate everything that did go wrong, so you can correct it for the next one. You know?
Right. So I'm ready. You know, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I'm ready to be a fantasy man.
Yeah. Right.
Straight out of genie bottle.
So, hey, Mike, you want to join us? You want to tell us what you think?
No, I mean, I got nothing to say about it, but you know what I mean?
He's never been alone in his life.
Are you a branch swinger?
You guys don't want me to comment. I mean, no, I don't know.
Are you a branch swinger?
No, I'm not. Like I said, I'd hit the ground and run the fuck away from that tree as far as I could.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, you know what I mean? Live the rest of my life. What do you do 40 years, you know what I mean, in a bad relationship? What are you going to do? You know when it gets bad at the end, but neither one of you is going to leave. You know what I mean? And so what do? You go out of town, you work, you do this, you do that, you live my life.
Oh,
so basically, you live to make each other miserable?
I didn't make each other miserable, but it's just, you know what I mean? Have any of you ever been in a relationship for 23 years, 24 years?
So you're in a relationship now, Mike?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm in the process of probably getting separated. I mean, whatever, though. Do I love my wife? Love her more than anything. You know what I mean? But do I love my kids? I love them. But yeah, life is tough. You know what I mean? I travel for work. 23 years later, you grow apart. It happens.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't mean you're not friends. Don't mean you don't love each other. But yes, if I paid for my kids 23 years. Yeah, you know what I mean? Trust me. I bought plenty of houses, paid for plenty of colleges. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I've done the right thing, I've done the wrong thing. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying, though. You know, so life is hard. It's easy. I mean, to say to start a relationship is easy. To finish one, good luck. You know what I mean?
I think as long as the love is there, no matter what happens, that's the most important thing. If you split up, you know, you can still love each other. Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean? If you're with somebody that long, you're going to love them to the day you die. You know, there's no doubt about that.
No,
maybe you can't get along at the moment, but, you know, what do they say about that, though? Okay, yeah, so go to bed and we'll try again tomorrow. You know what I mean? But, yeah, does that always work? Probably not.
Yeah, like I know two people who were together since they were like 11, and they're older now. Their kids are older, and they just went in opposite directions. They kind of grew apart.
Well, that's what happens,
they still love each other. Like if the other person called them in the middle of the night and said, "Hey, I need you for this," that person would still come running. They love each other. They're just two different people now. Yeah.
But you can't spend that long with somebody.
And that is the reality. That is the reality of what can happen in a relationship when you've been together that long. That is the reality. And people need to stop.
What do you work through it? Do you let yourselves go through a separate, you know what I mean? Like a little separation thing, and then get back together and realize, no. You know what I mean? No, I want to be with you. You know, 5 years from now. I mean, life is tough, guys. Life is tough, guys.
I think whatever works for you is best. Like if you guys want to go on a break and see what else is out there, or have your fun. You know,
Oh,
whatever works for y'all.
Been together that long. That is the reality.
I'm hearing myself.
What's up, Nat?
Like a little separation thing.
Hey, Nat, it looks like we're getting some feedback on the mic.
Uh-oh. Come on, guys. Don't knock me.
No, not you,
No,
Mike.
we're not knocking you at all.
It was
I figured it out.
okay. We're good. So, Nat, what do you think?
Now? Because I was playing, I was trying to do double duty listening, trying to get in at the same time, and I finally figured out what happened. So
what's up? You want to answer one of our questions?
I was going to, I'm like 5 questions behind now.
Okay, no, we'll start a
We
new
can
one now.
rewind it. It's our show. We can
Come
do
on,
whatever
let's start
we
a new
want.
one. That one's all over with anyway. Let's start a whole new question.
Wind it back.
Well, we only got one question left.
Uh-oh.
So,
You know what?
I mean, we could
Can we
freestyle.
change it up?
We can
Can we
freestyle.
change it?
Yeah, freestyle.
I
hold on.
want to because I was like going in and out. I want to know what y'all thought about what if a man says he wouldn't date a girl because she didn't have a job? Would y'all be cool with that?
Yeah.
I'd be cool with that. I mean, it makes sense.
If there wasn't an excuse for her not to have a job, then I would understand that.
Okay. All right. Conversely, what if he was a stay-at-home dad?
I would love that. As long as he was taking care of dinner, the kids, I would love that. I've been a stay-at-home mom for so long, juggling work, my hobbies, the children. It's been so much on me. I would actually love to be a breadwinner, come home to a nice cooked meal, come home to the clothes folded and washed, put in the drawers, the kids bathed and in the bed. I would love that life. I'm just saying.
So would I. So would I. I'll take care of the kids.
Because women not only nowadays are expected to take care of the children and do the housework and the cooking, they're expected to work and pay all the bills too. So there's a lot more on women. Men, the men get a little like escape route where they don't know how to cook, so we're gonna dismiss that. They don't really know how to take care of children, so we just want them to pay the bills, and that's all they gotta do. I'm just saying, men in this decade are only expected to work and pay the bills. They get to go take a break from the house life and chores and children, go work, socialize, whatever, take a break and eat with their peers at work, and then come home to a nice cooked meal, the house clean, everything washed, the kids bathed, all that already done for them. All they have to do is work and pay the bills. That's not fair. We have to work, pay the bills, take care of the kids, everything.
That's not true. That's not true.
Yeah.
Well, in my world,
Well, I mean, I coach soccer. I take care of my kids. I built forts, built pools, built TVs, built decks. I did a lot of things for my kids. You know what I mean? That's not true. Men do things too. But a man should do things at home too. You know what I mean? But whatever.
It should never be
great to be a stay-at-home dad. I would like that job.
It should never just be, categorized in one role. We each should do our part. You dump the trash, I dump the trash when I stay at school. How about that? You know the kids need a bath too. Why you gotta wait till I notice it and give them a bath on bath night? It should be really 50-50, so nobody's feeling overwhelmed.
This is my issue. I always think it should be 100.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. We all should, chip in and do it. I don't know how you really do 100 without doing it all, and I don't know how you do that.
You just do what you do.
You're 100%.
See a need, fill it. Is that what you're trying to say, brother? See a need, fill it. It's a something you gotta do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See a need, fill it. Okay, but now
if you're at the sink and there's a sink full of dishes, do it while you're there.
Should the woman do it? Should the guy do it?
See, and this is where I'm gonna go back to the 80-20 because this is where you gotta make sure that you're in the 20-20. You can't be out of that 20.
Yeah, no, I am. No, I'm out of the 20.
If you're out of the 20, you can go 20, but you can't go long-term 20 because that jump will fall apart. And in all aspects. So everybody always thinks that 20% in looks or 20% in physique, but you gotta have looks, physique, intelligence. If that's where you are and that's what you want, it's got, or it can be like a notch up or down, but you can't be 2-3 notches off because that's gonna fall apart long term. Because I work out hard.
Very well said.
You know what I'm saying?
Very well said. No, very well said. Very well said.
Shit.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's got to be right there. It can't be 50-50. Can't be 100-100. It's got to be right there in the middle, up and down, up and down.
I care less about the work.
But it's true, though. I mean, but it's like give me an example. Give me an example, though, as my relationship. Going through a marriage and raising kids. I came home every night. I mean, I would do things with the kids, play with the kids, cook the steaks on the grill or whatever. The case
That's important. You knew that was important.
I would help. And then I also, on the weekends, I would coach soccer. I would hang out. I'd coach basketball. Come on, look at me. I never played soccer a day in my life, but I coached it for 4 fucking years. You know what I mean? I never played basketball, but I went to every freaking game, you know?
You kind of
and I had 2 girls. But now, so the same thing is that, okay, so let's just say, don't make this like stupid or perverted or anything, like, but why should I have to bathe my girls when I have a wife to do it? You know what I mean? Now, if it's my son, yeah, I'll give him a bath, but I mean, don't make it perverted. But no, I don't want to give my daughter a bath. You know what I mean? That's between her and her mother. You know what I mean?
I think
it's a baby. I
never wanted my dad to see me.
Well, when
like, I was taught boys and girls aren't supposed to see you. That's what I was taught.
That's what I'm saying. No, you know what I mean? So it's got to be, yes, there is a big difference in what a woman should do at home or a man. But it depends. Stay at home or stay at home dad or stay at home mom. Yo? But for a real relationship to work in this day and age, I mean, in any day and age, it was always designed as the woman stays home and the man goes to make the money. Or as a new wave, the woman goes out and makes the money and the man stays home and takes care of the household.
I honestly feel like both.
But somebody's got to do one and somebody's got to do the other.
Because I look at work as like a break too, away from home. And I don't really want to take a break unless I'm making money for my family. So I don't want to go out to a bar and just hang out all night and waste my time.
No,
I want to be making money.
Of course not.
I want to be out making money. So to me, going to work and socializing with my peers there, that's my little break.
I really think, though, it's very difficult for a woman to respect a man who just stays at home.
No, I mean, because we know how it is, and it's hard work.
Well, for me as a man, it's kind of difficult for me to respect a man that's just at home.
Well, now if a man sits home and takes care of his kids, though, that's a different story. And this woman's money. Yeah. Shit, you're in a good situation.
There's so many side jobs that you can be doing to make side money. There is no reason just to sit at home and not make money. There's like so many jobs.
Personally,
even think about it. Listen, everybody honestly answer this question. When you think of a family, if you picture a family in your mind, what comes in your mind? Is it a man, a woman, and the children? You're the man, like on the back of a stick-figure car. The man, the woman, the children. Am I right or wrong?
I mean, that's how I look at it, yeah. You know, the initial ideal is, man, woman, children. The man takes care of the woman and the children. Yeah.
But then it's just not today's day.
If a woman had enough money and she wanted to work and I stay home, I could do that. I could take care of the kids too. But at the same time, I have to have some kind of thing for myself, like work-wise.
Yeah, because I'm not going to be like. It's stressful because, all that money's falling on her, all the bills is falling on her. You know how it feels. So you would probably want to chip in.
I would always have to work in some capacity. Even if I was the stay-at-home dad, I would have to work in some capacity.
Like I've always had a job. Even though I was the stay-at-home mom, I had some kind of side job because I wanted to take some kind of pressure off him. Let me take the grocery bill pressure off him. Let me take the, home insurance or something off of him. Let me do something while I'm here at home taking care of the children. So, because I know how that feels. So, like you said, 100%. I think it's good to go both ways. Split it.
Oh yeah, it cuts both ways. What's the song?
Somehow I got.
So what do you think, Dawn? You're quiet over there.
No, I've never been a stay-at-home mom, so I don't know, what that's like. But I think in today's day and age, it almost takes both people working in order to make it. Unless you have some big
children to see too, like both parents doing.
What do you do with childcare though? How much is childcare?
Childcare is expensive.
It is too much. They rob.
It seems like one person works to pay childcare. Why not stay home?
And give that money to your children. Yeah.
Worked and took care of my kids and didn't even have child support. So
how did you do it? How did you do that, though?
Whatever you got to do. I mean, there's no choice of the matter.
But see, and a good point I'll make is knocking us men is that, yes, if the relationship doesn't work and the kids go to the woman, which they always do, it's up to her to take care. And 80% of men, there's a good question for you, is how much is the percentage of men that'll walk away and not help?
I'm 50-50.
Yeah.
50-50, you think? I think it's better than
there's too many men
with
doing
men
that.
that walk away and don't help their kids.
They're not men.
I don't know what the percentage. I say I'm 50-50 with my kids.
Me. Listen, my kids get everything. You know, don't. You know what I mean? My kids get everything. You know what I mean? But, I mean, how many men are actually like us out there, brother, that'll do that? I mean, but how many men are there actually like that? I know my brother that doesn't take care of his kids.
You give them their needs and their wants.
But hold on, do you think there are more percentage of men that walk away from their kids,
yes,
or that
100%
not allowed to be with their kids?
See, now that's a touchy subject. Which one is it? That's a touchy subject because it is. The system is designed for the woman to get the kids away from the man, and then to pay the child support. Yeah. But now the women realize they only get a little $90 a week. What is $90 a week to take care of your kid? You can't take care of a kid for $90 a week. It costs $390 a week to take care of a kid.
Mine was more than $90. Well,
but I'm just saying, though, an example.
It's like women, it's designed fucked up. I don't have it this month. I can't take care of you kids. We're gonna have to eat dogs.
I don't have it this month. I can't take care of you. Then what does the woman say? I can't take care of you. I'm sorry, honey. I can't buy you milk. I can't feed you this week. I'm sorry, honey. I can't feed you this week.
How men can live with themselves. Their children are getting everything they need.
I think a lot of kids get taken from the father.
I think so too.
I've seen that happen. I think that can happen too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's unfair because
that is unfair. You're not hurting anyone other than the children, unless there is an actual reason to keep them away from them.
I think they should start out just everybody get 50-50 unless there's a reason not to have 50.
Yeah.
That should be the default. I think that should be the default. And then if there's a reason not to be that way.
Not default. I mean, I lucked out.
No, I lucked out. I think I lucked out too. You know, I would have fought for my kids. I would have fought for my kids. They're here right now, matter of fact. They're upstairs. But
they were spying on us a minute ago.
I mean, the courts in Ohio, they would rather see you do 50-50 if both parents are willing to do that. I don't know what it's like there, but
I think it's ridiculous when it ends up in the courts and you're fighting over all that, when all that money you're spending for lawyers could go to your children instead of the courts. I think that's ridiculous. When you have to literally have courts come in and tell you, well, you're going to do this and you're going to pay this. I think that's just dumb.
Really, it's not that you have to have the courts come into it. It's because you guys can't.
Yeah.
The two of you can't. You know what I mean? The guy and the girl can't come to an agreement. Just come to an agreement. Be fair with each other. I mean, fair is fair. And if you're in an intimate relationship and you can't come to an agreement with your children, obviously one person did something really wrong. They hate the other person.
My ex-husband and I mean, really, I have to just agree with everything. And I do that just to keep it out of the court so I don't spend all this money on the courts instead of my children. So, I mean, he pays like $65 a month for 2 children. He's been doing that forever.
Imagine that. How much you pay, brother? Come on. You just started laughing. You were like, what?
I refuse to put all this money into judges and lawyers because I'd rather give that to my children. I'm never going to get what I should deserve and the children should deserve from him. I don't want to spend the money on lawyers. I want to just spend it all on my children. So I just, you know what? The children, they're well taken care of by me. Now, if they weren't and I wasn't able to, then I probably would try and fight them more for what the children deserve in court. But they're fine. So I think that's unfortunate that the parents.
I know you're a good mother.
Thank you. I know there's a lot of parents out there.
She's a good mother. She's a good mother.
Thank you. I know a lot of parents out there can't agree and they go in the courts and they fight it all out and stuff, but they don't realize that they're hurting the children by taking away all that money for their future education and for them by just putting it in the court system. and they're making bank and laughing all the way to the bank. They're just wasting time and money. It's stupid.
No, what they're doing is collecting all the interest off the money. It all goes into their account. They get the interest, and then you know what I mean. They can dish it out the way they want to, when they want to. It's all about an interest thing and a banking thing with that child support. That's why the courts want to handle it, because they get to hold that money, and that money creates interest and creates money. You know what I mean?
I think it's, instead of fighting it, just come to an agreement. This is what you're going to pay. Let's do this for our children. Even if you have to say, hey, I want to see all the receipts that you're spending on these children. That's what I do. Even though he only pays
but how about this one?
I still show them the receipts. Hey, I bought these diapers, or hey, I bought their school supplies. This is it. Here it is. Like, because I want him to know that's what I'm spending the money on. I want him to be able to trust me, and maybe in the future, maybe he'll raise it. I don't know. But I'm
have to know.
Oh, there's a great app for that, by the way.
No, yeah.
How about this one? I got a really good question. About percentages. What percentage of men, divorced men with children, whatever you want to say, with child support, pay a fair amount?
Well, it depends on what you call what's fair. How do you determine fair?
I mean, when you obviously married at one point, right?
Yeah, I guess you can say
okay,
that.
whatever though, and obviously you got your kids with you. I know you take care of your kids. I'm not questioning you, but how much money do your kids take of yours? What percentage of your paycheck do you think it's eaten up on your kids or your kids' expenses?
Well, it depends. I mean, when they're with me, I spend a lot of money just like on food.
Spend a lot of money on
gourmet meals. You make sure they're eating good.
They eat good.
Eating good in the neighborhood.
What percentage? What
good.
percentage do you think of your paycheck is spending on your kids? Each man, I'm asking.
Like
not just child support or something like that, but real money spent on your kids, or was when you were with the woman.
Either way. It's a lot either way. It's more now. It's more
way more than child support. Way more than child support. Am I right or am I wrong?
Well, it depends.
No, not really. I bet you it's way more than child support that you when you were with the woman
agree
on the household.
Not with me. Not with me.
I think child support is a lot more than what it would cost, because like when you buy a meal, then you buy food, and then it might cost you $200 for all the groceries,
but it lasts.
But yeah,
you spread it out.
$200. What do you give for $200? You can't fill a shopping cart for $200. You know what I mean? I spend $60 a day when I'm home.
$5. I think that's ridiculous.
My son is 6'2", 210.
Exactly. You know what I mean? You walked out with 2 bags and a gallon of milk. You know what I mean? If you got the 2 bags for free, now they want to charge you for the bag.
But that's not for the whole. I mean, that's just for like one visit. I go to the grocery store 2 or 3 times a week.
Just for one visit.
Oh my God, you're like there every day. What are you talking about?
I mean,
I see you in there. I'm like, hey.
I buy a lot of food. I buy good food too.
I see him at the store all the time.
Yeah. She's at the grocery store all the time.
I'm at the grocery store. He does as mom as I am.
I mean, I'm out of town traveling on the road. To feed me and one other guy costs me a fortune every day. I'm probably $60, $70 a day to feed the 2 of us.
But then there's a lot.
Between breakfast, lunch, dinner, yeah.
Well, I'm a Great Dane, so.
Yeah, he's a big guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So in my view, child support is way more than the cost of what it costs.
I do think
even though both
it could
of
be
them,
extravagant.
both of them are expensive.
But they base.
I don't agree on that. I think child support is way less than the cost to raise a child.
What do you think, Nat?
Well, it's trickier for me because my son lives with me full time, and he's the one that eats the most. And so I have 3. My oldest, she wanted to live. She's 17. She wanted to live with her mother. My boy, 16, wanted to live with me. Of course, he's the one that eats for 2. And then my youngest bounced back to 4th. So I said, all right, I'm just going to keep the child support the same because she lives with you full time. He lives with me full time. I'm not going to divide exactly how that he eats more and crap. So I still pay the full child support, but he eats like a freaking linebacker.
Okay.
So I lose out in that scenario.
Like
I don't know how it is for everybody else, but I lose out because it's still like the same for me. Plus, I pay child support.
Right. I guess that's the point I wanted to make. That's the point I wanted to make. So if you're paying child support, whenever you have that kid, you're also paying the child support, and then when they're with you, you're paying again.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. I got a great theory on
My
this.
husband doesn't pay child support for our 50-50 custody.
He's talking about 2 weeks. You don't have them. You're not paying for those 2 weeks, right, Mike?
I guess you're right. You're right.
Because
I got a really good point I can make right here.
You don't have them. So he's saying that child support is less than you having them for those other 15 days of the month.
I know what it costs. I know my daughters. I see my bank account. My daughters all got links to my bank account. What they order for food. My one daughter's in college. What she orders every day for food, or what the other one orders, or then they take an Uber, or then they go here. And then I couldn't imagine have to pay child support on top of all that. I'd be bankrupt. I'd be working for free. You know?
Damn. My son wants a 80 pair of dollar shoes. I made him buy that with his allowance.
My kids, their shoes are always over $100. They're like,
they have to learn responsibility at some point.
Listen, so you want to hear the sum up? I got the greatest way to sum this whole question up. I got the greatest answer. It's cheaper to fucking keep her.
That's true.
Sometimes you don't have a
Not
choice.
necessarily.
Sometimes you don't have a choice. Maybe she's.
Yeah, I didn't have a choice, but yeah, it is.
You agree?
Sometimes you don't have a choice.
Look, my husband, we have 50-50 custody, and he doesn't pay child support. He helps with whatever my son needs, but he doesn't pay child support. He has them the same amount of time as I do, so why should he have to pay child support?
Right. I mean, if you have equal time, and now I have equal time now, and we just pay. You know, when
I wish everybody could be like that. Mutual.
I just give them whatever they need. If they need
like if they need something, give it. Like
I still give it.
Well, see, Dawn, though, you're doing it the way I said.
a month, and I'll be like, hey, I need extra money for this birthday coming up, or I need extra money for school supplies. It's like pulling teeth to do that, you know.
No, I still pay all of that. I pay for all the school stuff. I still pay for the medical, everything.
That's crazy.
I'm doing all the things
I got cheated, basically.
I think the best thing to do,
my brother. You're a good man.
I think the best thing to do is have 50-50, and then you just split everything.
Yeah.
And, because otherwise, you're gonna have there's gonna be some kind of resentment on somebody's side if it's anywhere other than that. It's gonna be resentment. The kids aren't gonna see you.
Like, hey, I did all their school clothes. Can you do all their school supplies? Like, split it up like that.
Yeah,
that's the way my husband and I do. Now, my two oldest kids, their dad, he didn't pay child support and he didn't see them. So,
no, see.
Yeah, Dawn, you should have got that money. They ain't seen them. They should have got some money.
It's not fair. It's not fair. Yes,
and sometimes it's just not worth that fight. You know, I'll take care of my kids. I don't need them. It's fine.
We'll see you're a strong woman. You're a strong woman, Dawn. And God bless you. Thank you very much, because you're a strong woman. You know?
Yeah. Dawn's a good woman.
Oh.
Yeah, look
Come
at
on,
that.
don't go start flexing, Amanda. We all know who you are.
Yeah, you don't be jealous. I got big muscles in you.
I ain't say that. All right, so the last question of the day.
Are we gonna throw one in there?
Well, we got this one. Are you a high value woman? And I actually downloaded. So there's an article that defined a high value woman in 12 different categories, but for some reason I must not have printed it out.
A lot of comments on that.
That's a lot of categories.
Yeah, it basically they defined a high value woman by having these 12 characteristics, which for some reason I didn't print that out, so I don't have that. That's the topic, and I guess you could just ad lib to whatever you want to add to that, or
high value woman.
What do you consider high value?
What is a high value woman?
Well, again, there was 12 definitions to define that, and I didn't print them out. So let's just do this. Mike, what's a high value woman to you? What would categorize a woman to be high value in your view?
See, now we're almost coming back to the same old thing. Now I'm going to sound like a sexist prick.
Well, and you know, actually, when I posted this, that's kind of how I felt. Like the way people were like, it wasn't real. This was something I got off of another post somewhere, but everybody was looking at me like I was, you know, this sexist person or something. But anyway.
Well, for me, a woman's money value is not important to me because I make my own money. Well, you know what I mean? My goal for a woman, I mean, the perfect woman would be someone like I was just talking about, could stay home and really take care of the kids. And well, my kids are grown though, so I mean, it's a very hard question for me to answer. Never mind, I'm going to skip this one.
I wish I could just focus.
How about a high value woman to me right now? What I would want right now in my life is a woman that's a little bit older and has got a shitload of money and wants to take care of me. And I can still work and do whatever I want, but I ain't got to fucking give her every fucking $1 every day. You know what I mean? Just leave me alone. You know, do your own thing. Just give me what I want.
I'll answer that one.
Okay, so I switched my answer around. But I'm not 21 years old anymore. I'm 45. I'm not looking for a woman to take care of a house.
Mike, you should have been here last week. That girl, there was a girl here that she actually makes pretty good money, like really good money.
What are we talking about?
Ricky. Ricky makes good money. She does.
I'm trying to hook on.
It'd been perfect for you. She take care of you.
What happened?
She's married? I can keep the secret.
She's not here today, but she was here last week. I guess she's kind of single.
She was still married, didn't she?
Well, she's married, but they've been separated for like 5 years. Yeah, she makes good money. There you go. You should have been here last week. Maybe coming next week.
Did this get recorded? If so, I'm not talking no more. We'll talk off air.
It'll get recorded. It'll be on Facebook.
It'll be edited and stuff, and you'll see it tomorrow.
So,
I fucked the whole thing up.
Cam.
So, Amanda, what's a high value woman to you?
I hold myself at a high value, so I always have. I think a woman that can do it all, like take care of the kids, take care of the bills, work hard, still make individual time for everyone in her life without a sweat. I know that's like so like crazy and unrealistic, but I've done it. I have been. I'm not gonna say I wasn't that crazy, but I was overwhelmed doing all that, and I would have loved a hand to help me, but I didn't have that. So if I can do it, I think everyone can do it. That's a high value woman to me.
What, somebody that can take care of the kids?
Do it all. Do it all and do a really good, phenomenal job at it.
Okay. Okay, Nat, you want to? What's a high value woman to you?
For me, they need to be able to fill in the gaps for me. Like they need to be able to push me. They need to be intelligent. They need to be able to have a good conversation. Definitely have a certain level of attractiveness. Fitness and the fact that they don't need to be like, Miss Body USA or anything, but they just need to be able to keep up. I'm pretty high strung. I'm moving. I'm going. They need to be able to keep up with me from the boardroom to the bedroom. They don't need to be in the boardroom, but they need to understand, hey, this is what I do for, to keep food on the table, to do X, Y, and Z, and they need to be able to motivate me. I'll give you a great example, especially if they have really high emotional intelligence. I still remember really cool entrepreneur. We were at some event, and something got him hot. You could just tell his steam was rising. I was kind of at an angle, and all she did was she took her hand, put her hand on his back, and just rubbed his back, and the dude's energy just dropped.
Aww.
And I was like, that's what I want. That's a high. Who knows how to manage the energy that you have, particularly for somebody who's really like myself, who's real high strung, ambitious. That's a high value woman to me.
Yeah, sounds good. I want to meet her too.
Well, a man should know how to manage his own, emotions. I'm not there to make him happy. He has to be he has to figure out his own happiness and how to calm himself down. Now, I will chip in and help him if he, sometimes is having trouble doing that. But that shouldn't all fall on me to do that, like micromanage his emotions and be his like whatever to keep him straight and narrow.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to take that part. No.
No, I think
saying you gotta be his ground. Yeah, ground. Oh, that's a great word, Don.
Like have his back kind of.
Got his back, but also how to ground him. Because, somebody that their ego can go skyrocket as well and helps nurture them. And keep in mind, he needs to do the same. I'm not saying, we're just saying what's a high value woman right now. But, to get that high value woman, you have to be a high value man. And you got to be able to manage those things. Well, her world is in disarray. You're like, babe, I got the dishes, or, don't even worry about it. You go take your bath. I got the children. That's you got to attract a high value woman.
I like that, man.
I got something to add.
Let me just make this clear. When a woman is like feeling all those emotions, the worst thing you could do is retreat into another room and hide out. Like, we want somebody, like, we don't know how to cope right now. We're a mess. We've dealt with so much stress throughout the day. Come rub our back, man. Like, tell us it's okay and I got this. You go take it.
Vice versa. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying y'all gotta
okay. I was just making sure. Because I've been in a situation where a man just expected me to make him happy whenever he had a bad thought or a bad feeling. And that was just too much on me. So I was making sure that wasn't what it was.
With yourself.
Yeah.
I would say that for me, a high value woman, it's not so much the things that she does, like her activities or whatever work she has or whatever. It's somebody who, it's the way she sees me. If she sees me differently than other people see me, if she sees my flaws and says, you know what, I can overlook that, or I can help him to be restored to something different. I can help him get to the next level he's been stuck at. And I don't mean like as a mama. I mean as somebody who says, I want to partner with you. I see that you're struggling in this area, or I see that you have, maybe I come across sometimes angry. She says, what has you so angry? Then I can open up and share. And she says, well, you don't have to be that way with me anymore. And I could get transitioned to something different. Someone who takes me to the next level, emotionally, mentally, these things, that's a high value woman, because, whatever else we do in life, most people can do that, but not everybody's going to see me a certain kind of way. There's very few people in life that see you a certain kind of way. Maybe it's a mother, a father, a brother, a sister.
Really,
I want a woman who's going to be my partner, who sees me in that kind of a light and helps me transition to the next place that I need to go to. That's a high value woman. That's one characteristic, I should say. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Cool.
I was giving room for some yeah. Didn't want to take over the conversation.
I like that. Like, I don't like somebody like micromanage me and tell me I should be this way or get angry at me for feeling this way. I like somebody to like give me some guidance or help me through it so I can be my better version of myself and not make me feel bad about not being the best of who I can be. I like somebody to give me pointers or advice, or hey, if you want to work on this, we'll work on this together. You want to be this kind of a person, we'll do it together. I'll help you achieve that, not make me feel bad or condemn me for it.
I'm cool with that. I like the whole best version of yourself kind of thing. That's because that's what I want to attain.
Like, sometimes people don't know how to be the best version of themselves, so they need somebody to help them do that. And a lot of people will just judge you for not being, well, I'm this way, you should be this way, and you're not, so you suck. Like, I think people need to motivate each other and boost each other up and help them get to their level, not put them down because they're not there yet.
The challenge that comes in there is a lot of times the person who comes in that offers the help, they come in a controlling capacity, and they're trying to say, well, let me teach you this, let me show you that, I'm trying to help you, but that's control. The real way you're going to help somebody is by giving them space to grow. You can't put a huge pot in a big huge plant in a small pot. You have to move it to a bigger area and it will grow out. You have to give it room. And so exactly. The man and the woman, you have to give them some space to grow and give them some guidance sometimes. Guidance and suggestions. Like, hey, maybe we'll try this together. Not you do it alone, because we're a partnership. So like you said, let's do this together. You want to lose 15 pounds? I'll tell you what, babe. We're gonna wake up tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I'm with you. Is that a good time for you? Yeah, 6 o'clock. Okay. We'll start by walking. Let's
I don't know about you, but I've never been able to wake up.
And then we slowly move into jogging. And we move into running.
Good luck on that. That's the high value woman I can get up at 6 o'clock.
You know,
Good luck.
that person will do that. You know,
If
that
I
person.
can wake up at 6 a.m. and work out with me, that's high
Good
value.
luck.
Yeah,
Good luck.
All day.
That
All
person
day,
may not
every day.
be there on that level yet, so they may need like 2 more months. But keep offering that support. Keep doing that for them.
Yeah, when you're ready, that's where it's got to be at, because
It's always gonna be when you're ready. But just keep
flexibility.
offering it on the table. Be like, I'm here when you're ready. Let's do this.
Oh, I'm every day like that, so I'm good. All right.
Yeah, that was a good way to finish
Good
it.
advice, Johnson.
Yeah, like I mean, a lot of us go.
You're a bastard. I just got that.
We want to be better, but we're beaten down. So it's good when somebody's offering that on the table and they keep offering it. It's like your child who turns on vegetables. Eventually, they will say yes. You just got to keep offering it to them on their own terms and time. They will say yes, and they will try that vegetable. But if you don't offer it, they're never going to try it. You know, so I think it's good that, you know, you keep offering that support and that motivation every single day, no matter how many times you get turned down. That's good.
And put a little honey on it, right? Put a little honey on it.
Be like, hey, baby, we gonna work out tonight. I'm joking, y'all. Yeah, this.
Keep the camera on.
He's my dummy doll.
So yeah,
Take over.
that was some good.
Yeah, I guess that's it, huh?
I guess that's it.
I got something for the group though. Before you guys go, I got something really quickly if I can.
Okay.
All right. So let's say you got a job and you got the job with an intent. Like, I want to go here. I want to work to this level. I want to get there, be this long. I want to have this position, you know. And along the way, let's say it's a 5-10 year journey. So you're going down that career path, and then you just start dabbling in something by mistake, just as a hobby, but it starts to take off. And then you're kind of like, wait, is this really going to go somewhere? This is a huge deviation from my goal. My plan is working quite well. At what point in time do you shift and say, you know what, I'm going to jump the boat and leave this career path that I've kind of mapped out and had it all planned to go through this thing that just is building on its own and it's got its own momentum? Do you jump ship? Do you hold tight? When do you do that?
I think anything that you're passionate about, you should continue to pursue. But then again, you don't want to be blinded by other opportunities if there's other opportunities for you to also do. And I'm kind of like, I work a lot, so I think you should probably try to do both, but at least stay with the thing that you are passionate about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead, Amanda.
No, I think any job or anything you're passionate about ultimately feels like a job eventually, but you want to stick with something you're passionate about, and later on down the line you're not going to switch up on or get bored about. So you should, you should split it, but definitely stay on the path of what you're passionate about. Mostly.
Let's add a couple more details. Let's say the job is just a job that you knew that you can make good money at. If you work to this position, you'll get a good pay. It's not your dream job, but hey, I can do the work and I get good pay for it. So you're going through that career course. And then let's say somebody happens to see you painting something in your garage, and you're just playing around. You're not really a painter, but you're painting something in the garage, and they say, I'll give you $1,000 for that. And you're like, what? I get $1,000 for this painting? I'm not passionate about that. I'm just playing around with it. But if I can get $1,000, I'll keep doing it. And then you sell 2 paintings and you sell 3, and you say, this could be a business. Do I take that and make that a business, or do I stick with my career goal? I'm meeting every milestone. I've gotten the 2-year plaque, the 5-year plaque. I got this pay raise. Like, at what point in time do you say, I'm making more money selling paintings than I am at this career path, and I'm only doing this career path because I knew it paid good? When do you jump ship?
That's easy, man.
Okay.
In my opinion. So, I mean, I was going to first say it depends on where you feel like you can make that jump, right? I started my business 11 years ago. Where do you think you can make that jump? So let's get some arbitrary numbers here. So let's say you need 10K a month, right? Well, your job's giving you 10K a month, and you look at what can you live on. Maybe you can live on 8, and then your side gig is at 6 or 7. Do you believe in yourself enough that you can make that jump? Your first sales to yourself. Do you believe in yourself enough that you can make that differential? Because at some point you've got to make that leap. And then the other thing I would say is move in the direction. I coach a lot of folks, and when at the end of the day, this is how I help folks guide through this process. Is I say move in the direction of your most dominant thought.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Move in the direction of your most dominant thought, or otherwise it will always tug at you. If your most dominant thought is that thing, and that's what your passion is, because life is short, then move in that direction. If your direction is like, you're doubting yourself in any way, then all right, let's just stick with this. If that's your dominant thought, because what you focus on will expand.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Anybody else? No.
I'm always a multitasker, so I always try to do like multiple things.
You're like ADD.
And I'm not saying
you're everywhere.
I'm not saying that's good. That might be bad. That might be bad in a lot of ways. But that's how I do I try to do everything that I have an interest in, and it's probably
you have a lot of interest.
It's probably to my detriment. It probably is.
Yeah.
The only thing I would add though is can that other job be your distribution system?
The other job is, it's kind of the problem with leaving the other job is that it's a safety thing. Like everything is in there, life insurance, medical stuff. Like it's the.
But that's about $1,000 a month. People don't realize the value. They don't calculate that value. So what do you have to make up that value? The bigger question is, I wouldn't leave it if it's a potential distribution system. So what I'm saying is, if your line of work, especially if you're in sales or people of high clout and would buy those paintings, I would then piggyback it. Then I wouldn't leave it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? But if that job is just a job for security, I would say then move in the direction of your most dominant thought. But I would have you calculate what is that security? What's the number on that security? If you're saying it's benefits, health insurance, 401, so what's that differential you got to make up?
Yeah. So
people always say, oh, this thing is a separate number. Why should it be a separate number? So if it's 10K and the other part is 2K, then now your differential, you got to add that 2K to it. It's not 10K that you're at 8. You got to make up 2. No, you got to make up 4.
Yeah. And I think that's the key too. It's like the job is not necessarily like, let's say the job is, $6,000 a month. Like not like, but the $6,000 value is that I have 6,000 and I know I have that for the next year. So I have calculated that way. Right. And so you're like, if I quit that job, let me get 6 months worth of that so that if it doesn't go well, I have a cushion to go and transition to find another gig in this. And then I lost all that seniority I have, here at this company, or the recognition there. I think that's all psychologically a factor why folks would not want to transition into something like that. It's not me, it's somebody else that I'm talking about, and I'm trying to give them some experience of like, hey, I think they should jump ship. I'm that kind of guy though. I'll leave in a minute and go do something else. I'm just bold and outrageous, and it paid off well for me. But some people, they're used to like copy, paste, repeat. It's easy for them. And then when something comes to where you have to be creative and it's unknown, that fear alone, there's not a dollar amount you can place on that. And I know that this person has made half a year's salary already from this other business. A whole half a year what they make at their job, they made it now in this time frame. And it's been like a month or so that they made that. And it's like, if you can make your half a year, that means in 2 months you made your year. That's kind of a no-brainer to me. I think that way. I would definitely jump ship. I can always go back to the company if I leave in good standing or whatever, But the problem is the company demands too much time that they don't have to give to the business. They took off some time from the business, and then their business from their job, and the business grew. And it should have showed them, hey, look what you did when you didn't have that business or their job as a distraction. Take this other road. So I'm looking for more I guess what you said was really cool. Go with the first thought, the main priority thought in your mind. That was really good.
Yeah.
I need something that I can give to them that they can hold on to when the emotions stir up, when the confusion sets in, you know, and they always keep going back to how much money I made, but then there's the security of this, and I'm almost close to getting my next level of acceptance. You know, it's like, who cares about that acceptance thing or that good job, attaboy? Who cares? Get the money. That's really weird for me.
Yeah, definitely. Move in the direction of most dominant thought, and then maybe even build a community. Have those pictures up. Are they posting those paintings and stuff like that? Because then if they build interest, then they can almost build the demand for it. And they can actually commission and have it. They get to a point where if they're still kind of stuck, get people to pre-purchase it.
Yeah.
Most America, man, they sell it before they make it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and that's good. That's good stuff.
That's what we're too, man. What I mean, usually if people are buying paintings like that, they got friends who's gonna buy paintings like that.
Yeah, well, they
pay for them and stuff.
yeah, and the thing too, I think it was something that they didn't expect to kind of become a thing. It was just, I'll try this and hang out, but then it became a thing, and it's like, wait, am I doing something here? And sometimes, you know, things work out like that. You didn't mean to go here. You didn't mean to show up at the ballet, and then you end up playing around, mocking somebody dancing, and somebody says, you have great feet work. Did you ever think about training? And you become the #1 ballerina dancer in Broadway. You know what I mean? Things like that happen. Your life changes and spontaneous stuff happens. I think this could be something like that for them, and they have a natural gift for the thing. Why not let it shine and make what they can from it? But
well, good luck with
help them out through their stress.
Trying to convince them to move into their passion.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Cool.
Dude, stuff. This is a good show, man. I
yeah.
like it.
Yeah, we're almost close to 2 hours, so we should probably get off here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I gotta roll too. I gotta be up early in the morning. 6 a.m. baby.
All right, do it.
Get to working out
every day.
Get to working out
every day. All right, guys.
Next week.
Yeah.
Take it easy.